Hello, everyone. Welcome back to climatehope.us. We are collecting 100 stories of joy, hope, and climate action. And today I have the pleasure of being with my dear friend, Vince.
My name is Vince Crisostomo. I am from Guam. I'm a Chamorro, a native Chamorro. And most of my work has been in HIV and AIDS. I've noticed that several people that I did work with in the Asia Pacific when I was doing international work have shifted from HIV AIDS to climate change.
So you're talking about people you know who are in Asia and the Pacific Islands who have been doing HIV AIDS work for a number of years and have more recently started really focusing on climate.
Yeah, and I think that they bring some of the values that we had with HIV AIDS to climate. And it's about saving lives. I mean, that's really what it is. And what good it is to do to save lives if we can't save the planet?
What's one of your greatest joys and how is it connected to ending the climate crisis?
We saw Joint Bay and it just took my breath away. It was the first experience I had of being proud of connecting to the island. It was just so stunningly beautiful. The waters were blue. People say that the ocean separates us, but in a lot of the Pacific Islanders, we say no, the ocean connects us. When you think about some of the things with climate change that are happening, we need to think about what it means because this is our home.
Right. We were talking earlier about home, that there was something about also your connection to home and being there on the island when you were 14.
Yeah, well, this is where that first feeling of like, I've come home. This is where I'm from. These are my roots. And it's beautiful, I remember going to swim in it finally and being able to feel the ocean currents, and it was almost like hugging, like the ocean just hugged me and welcomed me home.
Let's talk about how it's connected to climate action and your interest in climate action over this last period.
The Pacific Islands are disproportionately affected by climate change. A friend of mine returned home after not being there for a while. He went swimming at a place where everybody knows that he swam at when he was a youngster. And he said it was actually too hot to swim in. And I was like, wow, this is serious. A few years ago, there was a young woman who came from the Marshall Islands who spoke and said that they could visibly see how the lands and the ocean were changing to kind of swallow up the land. The thing is, if it swallows up the land, it also swallows up the people.
What's the kind of climate action that you would suggest for us to take to kind of keep in mind the joy of your island and the joy of that bay that you got to see when you were 14?
I think that people need to understand that these islands are the home to, while the populations are small, maybe only 100,000 Chamorros, that's not a lot of people but we matter. The Marshall Islands, all these other islands are the same. It's like the populations are small, but they matter, and these are our homes. And I'm hoping that that people take that into consideration and do what needs to be done. We need to do this together. Well, I think we should cultivate joy wherever we can, and it's better if you have a planet where you can cultivate those joys, because you don't.
100%.
So
thank you, Vince, for your time and for your passion and for your joy. Thank you for talking to us today. Go out there, take action, end the climate crisis, find your joy.